dom. Well, it looks like we're going Streamlabs. Let's see. The pod track is moving up and down. Streamlabs is moving side to side. That's usually a good sign. I can't tell. And the phone is beeping. I can't tell what's going on. Listen, it's, what is it? It's a couple minutes after 6 o'clock Los Angeles time. It's a Gen X Talks live stream. There's not a podcast, is it really? I don't know what the difference is between a live stream and a podcast. Is a podcast just a live stream that you're on time, you're on schedule, a live stream that happens at this time, at this day, at this area, at this hour, then it's a podcast because you go all the time. Well, if that's the prerequisite to being a podcast, is a live stream that happens on time with regular occurrences, guess what? Never going to be a podcast because we're never on time. We don't know what's going on. Listen, I would love to raise a glass with you folks. Let me get to where I'm talking about. Come on now. Calm down. Doom. So it's backing up. There's a picture. I got it just a second. Hold on. I know you guys don't want to drink without it. There it is. Doom. Whiskey number 2. Boom. There. Boink. There it is. Look at that. Look at the whiskey. In the shot glass, and the sun is setting, just coming down to the Sierra Nevadas, right around the south rim of Lake Tahoe. Yeah, that's the view from the Foxhole out in Minden, Nevada. Of course, there's a 9-mile exclusion zone. We can't get closer than where we are. We're just out our studios. Yeah, the Loop Studios are just barely outside of that 9-mile exclusion zone. We're not allowed in there. Doesn't mean we can't raise a glass. Doesn't mean we can't participate. You guys don't want to raise a glass with me to kick this pig to get it going. It's fine, but it's on you if the show sucks after that. Because I have to drink, in which I'm heavily medicated at the moment. You have to drink and believe it. I will drink and tell lies. You will drink and believe the lies. That's the whole point of this thing. If you're not drinking and getting stoned and carrying on with me, what are we doing here, man? What's going on? It's time. Right now, you guys got to get up, put the cat out, let the dog in, close the drapes, dim the lights, put an adult beverage in each hand, and settle back into your favorite chair. Why? Well, cats don't seem to like the program. Dogs do. So here we go. I'll drink, you drink. Let's go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. A little bit of dead air. Never hurt anybody. And for those of you that could hear that, that matches last week's podcast, which is a real podcast. All right. So who's in here now? I'm going to listen to OG Shy Wild One. I think I know who that is. Fowlies is over on TikTok. Says, hey, brother, it's just Terry. These are people checking in on TikTok over here. Mad Dog says, cheers. And Firewood Dart is around there too. Firewood Dart talking to Shiloh goes, why are you slumming? Why are you slumming over here on TikTok? Where's your peeps, man? All right, so one thing I have to bring up. I got to do this real quick here. You guys on all of the channels out there, you guys are on your platforms right now. Rumble, there's 2 Facebook pages and stuff. So what happens is moderators at those places, what they do, moderators what are they going to do? They're going to bring the sheets. They're going to bring the notes. You guys are going to write stuff, and they're going to write it down to me. Now, I have to open up the Google Docs or the Google Sheets, whatever the stupid thing in here, so that I can read it. If I can't read it, what good is you guys typing like a mad dog if I can't read what's going on? So let me get my drink out of the way here. I'm going to pull up the sheets, and then we'll get after it. We got stuff to talk about. Boom, 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 boom. Go to the podcast. Where's it? No, there it is. Sheets right there. Oh, look at that. I'm sure somebody's already in there with the sheets. Russell Covey over on Facebook Personal. Go Broncos. 200 stars sent. Now, remember, if you're just sending donations generically, we're cool. But you know it's a team event. It's a marathon all the way to summertime. We'll get to that. YouTube, Johnny Morgan, 55 trips around the sun today. Johnny Morgan, hey, man, welcome to it. 55 laps around the sun. That means you turn 55. Thank you very much for that. YouTube, Brent went fishing, trying to figure out who the $2 whore is tonight. There is a new $2 whore. When you guys put in $2, it'll fill in this jar right here, and you guys can try to figure out who it is. Tough one tonight. Got to tell you, not easy. All right. Going back over here, I got TikTok and I got YouTube up at the moment. Jeremy B., $2 Queen's Court. Let's show our support. We'll get to those things in a minute. But yeah, there is a new $2 whore tonight, but you guys got to figure out who it is. That's not for me to tell you. That's for you guys to figure out. All right, where was I? I had stuff to say, baby. Now listen, we didn't do a world show. and you guys wanted me to talk about Venezuela. I think every president for the past 10 presidents has done some sort of military action without Congress declaring war. Happens all the time. I don't think this one's any different. I think we would all agree on that. Now it's just a question of how long we stay and what we do. Let's leave that there. But I think we can all admit it's a good thing for this guy to not be running shit anymore down in Venezuela. Wouldn't you say? Maduro was a bad actor down there. Wouldn't you all agree? I think left and right, Democrat, Republican, we can all get along with that one. That's a good thing that's gone in there. A lot of good news out in the world of the economy, and things are changing and looking good. But a world show, we'll get to that on the world show. Don't want to get banned on TikTok our first night back because you say anything. It's like, politics. Oh, you're fucking gone, man. You're fucking gone. We know the TikTok moderators, the way you said the word politics. We know. The way you said the word politics, you're fucking gone, man. You're out of here. You said the word politics. Yeah, all right, fuck it, whatever. I can't help you guys if that's the way you think about shit. Now listen. Everybody's sick. Gen X mom is sick. Briggs is sick. Briggs went down, but came back up today. He's about 80%. Gen X mom went down with that fever flu thing that's been going around, and she's kind of 2 full days and nights. She's kind of back to like maybe 20%, 25%. She's just hanging on. I don't know if she's going to be able to help us out with the garage show tomorrow or if it's wishful thinking. And guess who's getting sick? Yeah, guess who's coming down with the symptoms right now? Is about 2 hours ago. I started dragging ass. I can feel it, so I may go down next. I hope not. Didn't want to miss my time here with you fine folks. Spot and stock, $4.99 for the queen. All right, listen up. Here's what I want you guys to do on all the platforms. Let me explain something to you. We're having the big barbecue coming up in summer, July 25th. The day of the barbecue is July 25th. That's a Saturday. There's other stuff going on around that time. But there's teams, there's support, there's teams, there's T-shirts and stuff. Let me explain it to you real quick. There is the Banana Sauce Union, terrible group of people. Terrible group of people with a whacked out leader. Don't be part of the Banana Sauce Union. Then next to him is the Sun Valley Fox. I guess the Sun Valley Fox is okay to pledge your allegiance to if you like old guys. If you guys want to hang out at the old folks' home, drinking Geratols and one-a-days and pretending you know people you don't know, I guess you can walk around doing that if you want to join the Sun Valley Fox Nation. Now, the next one's a little controversial. The only woman in the group. That is the queen. That is your queen. That is Gen X mom. And she's heading up the queen's court. You guys are just a bunch of zombies that follow the queen around because she's pretty, blah, blah, blah. And then next we have the general. And the general's extras, X-T-R-A, no E, extras. We are an organized military combative unit of Gen Xers and like-minded people. We think clearly, we use common sense, we solve the world's problems, and we handle our business the way we're supposed to. You want to be part of a winning team, you're part of the General's extras. And last but not least is the Purple Twinkie, which that thing just looks like a Johnson that's been wore out and is throbbing purple, if you ask me. Or you can shed a Purple Twinkie when something really weird happens. Now, Purple Twinkies are headed up by staff member Danny H., another confused soul. He lives in a basement out in the Midwest. I don't even know what he's doing in here, but those are your team choices. Now, listen, before you get carried away, pledge. Just say, I'm for the Queen's Court. Write it in there in your platform right now in the comment section. Who you're for. General's Extras. Put your name in there because we're going to write that down. We got to build a roster. We'll pull it up on our website in a day or so here, and there will be a list of everybody who is supporting which team, which leadership. All right? You have your icons up there. Look at your icons. Do you want a banana that looks like a yellow condom? Looks like they should be sponsored by Trojan. You want a grumpy old man sponsored by the AARP organization? You going to be part of the Queen's Court? Or you want to be led around by a woman all day? Boy, you really want that to happen? Is that what you guys want? You got to be led around? You want me to get your collar? I'll get you a collar and a leash. You can just lead all of you around. Or do you want to be part of the General's team? Independent thinkers all falling in line for a common cause. Or you can be part of the Purple Twinkie and walk around squeezing yourself till white goo comes out. I don't care. Whatever you guys want to do. I'm just saying those are your teams. Write down who you're supporting. And remember, anytime you give a donation, Write down what team it's for. You get points. Your team gets points for that. That leaderboard's coming too. If you guys do a donation, if you guys give memberships in the name of a team, remember, you should always add, this is for the Generals Extras. This is for the Generals Extras. You should do that for everything because that's my team, and we want to win. So you got to do it that way. Write down the names, put them in there. Moderators will put them in the sheets. Gen X Mom can write them down. We can copy them, save them. Build your team now, all right? Build your team. Now, there's bigger ways to make points for your team. There's faster ways to do it. We'll get the points. We're gonna post so you can see what the points are for each one of those. But right now, there are 3 items of merchandise for sale for each team. Unfortunately, I don't have a link that goes to all of them. So the moderators are just going to have to put up on your platforms, here's the link to the Generals shit, here's the link to the Sun Valley Foxes shit, blah, 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 blah. There's going to be a link for each one. It's going to look busy. It's going to look crowded. We're not trying to spam you, but there's only one way to do this. So pick the link. Save the link, would you? That'll help us out a lot. Save the link. Buy some merchandise. There's some simple stuff. And there's even a magnet, a few bucks for a fridge magnet. All right, listen, that's it for that stuff right there. I wanted to do this old school way. You guys remember back in the day we used to do these? No pictures, no comments, no nothing. And did I just lose the live stream? No, it looks like we're still going, but I don't know why it's not on there anymore. It looks like we're still going on TikTok. I can't tell. Anyway, if we're still on TikTok, somebody say something. It's hard for me to reason if we are or not. You can never tell. Somebody's going to have to go over there and say something to me. Come on now, something nice, baby. Don't. Handout. Are we still here? Handout's saying over there on TikTok that we're still here. I was just going to go old school, and I was just going to read the comments. So Handout's in there saying we're still here. Rome says, he shared the live. Joy X. What the fuck over on TikTok? I don't get that. Why is there a Rome? It says Rome with like a red heart, and there's a 32 with a diamond thing, and then shared the live. So is that the person's name is Joy? I can't read that. I don't know what's going on, so I can't tell if that's right or not. Looking over here on the Brent went fishing, $5. Brent's an extra. General's extra. Don't you forget that, man. That's some solid stuff going on there. It looks like Q-tip, $5. Free agent still. No, okay. Here's for each of the teams. No. Now, look. You know why Q-tip's doing this? You know why Q-tip's got this whole free agency thing in her head? Because she's hanging out with Loud One. Loud One is like, well, I have a lot of stature, and I have money, and I've got time, and I've got stuff. Who wants my services? Well, Loud One, everyone's going to, but you're going to end up on Team General. End of story. We're done talking here. And Q-tip's running around, well, if he's a free agent, I'm a free agent. No, you're not. Q-tip, look, you and I fell in love a long time ago, okay? We're still in love. You're going to join my team. You know, if you were doing the right thing, you join up with my team and you drag Loud One with you. That's what you do. You drag his Tasmanian, Australian, backwards, left-thinking ass right over to where we're supposed to be. That's what you do. You know, you got to holster up there, Q-tip. Holster up. Get this job done. That's all I'm saying. What did I miss up here? Roach Bean. Love you, General, but this is for the Queen's Court. From me and the current wife. Oh, man. Roach Bean. What a turncoat mother. I can't believe he did that to me. Just walked out. Spot and stock for the Queen. I read that one.
The link is taking him to a blank page.
What link?
The merchandise somebody just put.
Well, you guys are going to have to figure out the merchandise thing. It should be... I can't do the moderator's job, too, if the link's not taking you guys to the right thing. What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to do my show and do the links for everybody? I can't be doing that. I got stuff going on here, baby. Bum, 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 bum. I don't know if I can find it or not. Let me try to find where the link is. This is the only thing I can do. I can show you this link right here, and I can only put it up on 2 places. I can put it up on YouTube. And you're going to have to scroll down. It's a collections. You got to scroll down to the individual deals on that. And I think I could put it up on TikTok for you guys. Let me try. See if it goes up there. Yeah, I put that up there for both of you guys. Now, that's the best I can do. I can't put it up on the other pages. But that'll take you to your teams. There'll be pictures. And there's only 3 items per team right now, and they're all the same. It's all fair. You guys want to order some stuff, get your gear going on, that's the way you do it. Now, good moderators should have already handled that shit for you. But you know what? I stepped in. Yeah, I took care of it. Spot and stock, $10, Queen's Court, no free agents. Yeah, spot and stock, that's a good point. Anybody who claims to be a free agent, should we punt? Should we block them? Can't they make the decision? Spot and stock, we got to have a deadline, right? Spot and stock, I think we should make a deadline of like January 31st. If you're not affiliated by January 31st and you're a regular around here, you're a spectator, man. We're going to have a spectators list. You can watch what goes on. You can sit in the cuck chair for all I care. All right. Anybody want to talk about something? Bitly link's not working, guys, as Jennifer said. Danny's link is bad. Did mine work? Did all of them not work? It shows error. It should be there. I just gave it to you guys. YouTube is the place to be, says Star Roberts. Blessings to the sick folks. We're all sick and getting worse. Somebody's going to the woodshed. What else am I reading here? I got some stuff. Doom. Who's joining in? Who's over in TikTok? Oh. Missy says BBD. I don't know what that means. I'm not a young kid. Gratitude for the old school buys. That's Empress63. Appreciate you over there. And Nisi says she apologizes. Nisi, what are you apologizing for? And Stinks Mom just put in a bunch of hearts over on TikTok. Let me ask you something. When you logged into TikTok and you put in your email and you put in your phone number and you verify your account and all that cool shit, and they say, oh, by the way, what would you like your screen name to be? Well, how would you like everyone to know who you are? You thought it was the right thing to put Stinks Mom? Really? Stinks Mom. Nothing else? Nothing else came to mind? You couldn't look down and go, I'm the blue t-shirt lady? Brown boots mama? Nothing? Mrs. So-and-so? You thought Stinks Mom was the, I don't know what about you guys when you guys do this kind of stuff. Lashonda or Last Honda? Last Honda? Lashonda? Says anytime, but I don't even know what she's talking about. I don't know did I say something backwards? Missy says anytime. Missy says, do I ever cross your mind? Missy, come on. Of course you do. Missy, when you're on here on TikTok, I think I'm just talking to you. I don't think anybody else is out there. I'm not paying attention to what's going on around me. I can barely focus on anything. You're just so damn beautiful. It's just you and me, Missy. Do I think about you? Come on. Get serious, girl. You know I do. All right. All right. I said that with a straight face all the way through. Everybody should be thankful for that. All right. Wait a minute. Sean Kaufman wrote something in here, and people are commenting. See, I'm just reading your guys' stuff tonight. You got questions? You got things you want to say? Now's your time to do it. Let me jump over in between the sheets and see if there's anything going on there. CC12345, TikTok. Hi from Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, Canada. That's cool and all, but CC12345? In TikTok, CC12345? Couldn't come up with the other credit card, 12345. Hi from Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, like that. Me, TikTok. You give great dad advice. Thank you, me. Isn't it a little self-serving to be called me? That's just me. Me's great. I love me, but he's me. I'm not me. He's me in TikTok. Sean MacArthur, Facebook personal, 200 stars sent for the general respect. 200 cent. Thank you very much. Star Roberts sent 5 Gen X Talks gift memberships. Now, Star Roberts didn't write it down, but let me explain to you. Star Roberts did that for the general. He's part of the general's extras. He just doesn't know it yet. He claims to be unaffiliated, but that's not the case. John Morgan, $5. I spelled my name this way because as a kid, I was hooked on phonics. Whoa, John Morgan is for the purple Twinkies. Wow. John Morgan, there's something wrong, buddy. I'm just telling you, there's something not quite right there. All right, my whole screen turned green. Then my whole screen turned green. $5 from Q-Tip. All right. Team General. Yeah. Q-Tip is now fully on board. That's what I'm talking about. There's some dedication there. Now, drag that crazy Tasmanian over with you, would you? Who else is in here? Tisk Time 16, $20. Turn my whole screen orange over there on YouTube. Queen's Court Baby. Wow. I don't even know what to do with that. I don't know where to go with that. When you do something dumb like that, when you join the Queen's Court for no particular reason at all, what do you want me to say? Are you delusional? You got problems? All right, so they're welcoming the new members. Thanks for people saying thanks for giving them new members. Listen, when you donate a membership, they get to go to the community section after the show. There is 5 years of behind-the-scenes stuff we don't show to everybody. If you guys are on Facebook, it's a page called The General's Lunchbox. And the main one, good moderators can put up the main one right now if they want to. It's Patreon. Patreon has all the stuff you can look backwards on, except it has one thing that none of the other ones do. There's no place we can email you directly and say, hey, we're going live on the radio station. We're doing a live show. We're doing a stream. We're doing a podcast. Not everything do you guys remember. We just send you an email half an hour before the show letting you know we're doing it. It's a few bucks. Go dig through your couch cushions. You can find a couple bucks. It helps us out a ton, and it gives you behind-the-scenes content. Patreon's probably at the top of the list for getting that stuff because it's got that email that goes along with it. All right. It says buffering. Are we buffering? It doesn't look like I'm buffering right now on mine. I'm watching. I got a screen where I can watch it with you guys. I'm just saying, it looks all right. Also, you can lower your screen resolution on your end to see if that helps too. Now, not buffering here. Looks like the laptop is going to stick with the Mac. I'm not using the Mac. I'm using the CDL. I'm using the Christina Dvorak laptop. So you guys should quit complaining about that stuff. Nothing really. I'm going back to TikTok. People on YouTube are just talking amongst themselves. Let's go over here to TikTok. Missy, I'm tired of being silly. Nisi said that. Nisi, don't ever get tired of being silly. Share to my wife. I miss her. Backup page. I can't read. RC relic backup page. I can't read this shit. Anyway, as long as you're here, it's okay. Just hang out, man. Just hang out for a few. Me, my boy, Johnny Gill, behind closed doors. Yeah. I don't even know what that means. Are you guys talking in code? Is there something I'm supposed to know? Or are you guys just advertising for somebody else's podcast? I can just sit by if you guys want to run ads for somebody else's live stream. I don't know what it means. You guys act like I'm a young kid and know what all these fucking symbols mean. I don't know what all this fucking stuff means. What's behind closed doors? All right, well, I don't know. I can't tell you. I got to go back over here let me check between the sheets. Anything good? Nothing? You guys on Facebook and Rumble don't have anything to say? No questions to ask me? Really? The sheets are empty. Wow, what a goddamn tragedy. That's a Greek tragedy in the making. All right, let me roll down here. You guys see Papa Smurf's talking to Ron. Ron's talking to Papa Smurf. Someone said, Papa Smurf says the ads are messing up. I don't have any control over the ads at all. Nothing. I can't do one thing about it one way or the other. But I will tell you this. We're doing some stuff tomorrow. You guys want some inside content. Tomorrow's supposed to be a pretty big day. We did not do the garage show on Friday. Sun Valley Fox was good to go. He was all amped up. He's recovering from his surgery, so he can hobble around and pretend he's helping and point. And he can't even kick me in the ass yet. He can't raise his knee high enough to kick me in the ass. But the Sun Valley Fox is getting there. Now, tomorrow, if there's no rain and the creek don't rise, we are supposed to have Costco Jimmy and his crew, along with Briggs, who's coming out of this where he can help tomorrow, myself. We're going to head over to the storage. We're going to take one big load of stuff all the way out to the property on Dayton. Try not to get stuck in the mud. If we don't get stuck in the mud, we'll get you some pictures, put the stuff in the Connex. Then we're going to head back. Head back over to the Sun Valley Foxes. We're trying to turn Old Hickory around. If it's not raining, we can turn Old Hickory around. It's a 1947 Dodge truck. We're going to get some cameras on that. We're going to try to break that motor loose. It's been sitting, that Flathead 6 been sitting for 65 years. It hasn't been moved. We're going to see what we can do for getting that one going without pulling the head off of it. We got some tricks up my sleeve. Got some old school stuff we're going to try. The Garage Show is one of the fastest growing shows we have here on Gen X Talks. It's supposed to happen every Friday at 6, but everybody was sick. We couldn't do it. If I'm not sick tomorrow and it's not raining, we're going to try to have one tomorrow night. We're just going to keep pushing. We're not giving up on it, but you guys got to tune in for that. If you don't know when the shows are and you want to look at some of the past episodes, you want to get caught up on some of the past interviews we do them in a downtown studio in Reno, Nevada. Go to the website, genxtalks.com. Scroll around. Bring a cup of coffee, bring a beer. It's going to take you a while, but every picture links you to something that's going on inside the world of Gen X Talks. We put out a lot of content. It's a lot of fun doing that with you guys. And like I said, we're getting geared up for summer. All right, let me jump back in here and see if anybody said anything important. Probably not, but we'll try it anyway. Yvette Jones shared the live, says, okay, we're back to go, Johnny. Jazzy put a bunch of white hearts. Jazzy, I don't know what white hearts means. Is that like that ghost hearts? They're not real hearts? Are you scared? I don't know. See, Dwayne Holmes over there on TikTok says, your vibe is deep, my brother. Appreciate that. Became the number 120 fan in the club. Far out. Is there a club? How do I know how to read those things? I don't know. JP from NYC sent me a heart. Thank you very much. Don't know if you love me or I love you. I'm not sure how to respond to that. Negrita sent a rose. I'm getting roses and hearts, baby. Roses and hearts. That's what the live stream should have been named. Roses and hearts. Another jam. Avery is my girl too. Okay, you guys are just going to keep talking about music. Far out, man. I'm all right with that. I guess I don't know where to go with that. Let's see. You know who I don't see in here anymore? I don't see. I can't even tell where that's supposed to be. I wonder if I should just close that out and try that one more time. Let's see. Let's try it. Let's click it up. I'll bring it up one more time. See if we're still really there. Maybe we're not there. I can't tell. I think we lost the TikTok feed. I do think we lost the TikTok feed. I don't think we're up live anymore. I think it went out on us. We probably got banned like we always do. I don't know why they would do that, though. Actually, no, I think we're on the wrong one. I don't know. I can't tell. It's difficult. I think we got banned. I'll have to ask Briggs and see if we got punted on. I don't know how we got punted on so quick, but it happened. So I'll go back over to YouTube and talk about YouTube. All right. Somebody's hitting the bullshit bell. Jennifer, why are you hitting the bullshit bell? I can't find you on TikTok. I know. That's Terry Bensinger. I don't know. It was up on it and then it clicked off. I don't know. I think we got banned again. TikTok isn't working. No, but Rumble is. 2 Facebook pages are working. X is working. You guys have plenty of options here. Don't act like you don't. You do. All right. So Kevin Grimes just chimed in. Are you guys figuring this stuff out now? Are you guys getting good at it? All right. Let me see if I got. Oh, the sheets look like there's something back in the sheets. Russell Covey on Facebook Personal. This is the best goddamn team. The Generals Extras. 200 stars sent. Should we just stop the show right there? Russell Covey, Facebook Personal. This is the best goddamn team there is. We should just cut the show off right here. When someone takes time to join the Generals Extras as a team, we're done. Dude, General, what is your pet peeve? Ooh. Dude is asking over on YouTube, what is my pet peeve? Instead of getting grumpier with age, like if you ask the Sun Valley Fox, now he's my older and somewhat wiser brother-in-law. I married his sister. I've noticed as he gets older, and he's in his upper 90s right now, everything is his pet peeve. Everything. If you have a screwdriver in your hand, as soon as you're done with that screwdriver, you set it down to grab another screw. When you go to pick it up, it's gone. He puts it away. He washes the screwdriver and puts it back in the drawer before you're done. Everything's a pet peeve when you get old. However, as I age gracefully like a fine wine. I'm more wonderful as the days go by. Just ask me. I'll tell you. If you ask me if I'm wonderful, I don't mind telling you I am. I am. So my pet peeves actually are getting less and less. I don't know. I think the only thing that bugs me right now is the dog toys. I think if there's something I complain about every hour, it's the amount of dog toys these 2 dogs take all over the house and leave them everywhere. And Gen X Mom can't pick them up fast enough with these 2 idiots. We have 2 boy dogs that I think they drop these things like grenades or landmines just to see if I'll step on them. That's my pet peeve right now. You goddamn right, it's my pet peeve. All right. Troy Abbott over on Facebook Blue. So, General, you have used that backpack yet? Yeah. Troy Abbott, that backpack you got me is my go bag in my truck. Stays in there the whole time. And got extra medications in there for me, extra T-shirts. It's a go bag full of the stuff I need that if I head out on the road, something goes wrong on there, I have a whole bottle of 1985. That's right. If I'm going into a situation where there's hot chicks, like Costco. Oh, yeah. Costco's got a lot of girls my age floating around there looking for something to do, wearing clothes that they should have wore only at 30 years old. I don't mind to tell you, I walk in the loaded up, drenched in 1985. I get more compliments on how good I smell in Costco than any place else. It's a true story. Yeah, or True, It's a Story. And, of course, 1985 is Drakkar in the black bottle. Good stuff. But, yeah, I use the backpack all the time. That goes with me wherever I go. Where am I? YouTube, Casinopia. Casinopia? Is that a girl? Casinopia? Casino player, yeah. I can hear Gen X mom's can hear her voice now. That's not what it is. It says casino player, you fucking asshole. Sorry. All right, casino player general. Have you gotten any feet of snow up there yet? No. Not yet. Just a light flurry once, but I can see the Sierra Nevada is really close. They're about a mile away, maybe less. And you can see the snow line coming down all the time. I can see the Heavenly Ski Resort from where we live, and it's getting close. It's getting close. I don't know we're going to get it yet, but it's getting close. YouTube, Star Roberts. General, did you ever find the keys to the storage unit Briggs lost when you first moved? No, we did not. Well, let me back up. Briggs has come a long way, but a year and a half ago, he's still a fucking idiot. And he went over to the storage unit. He left the whole clump of keys on the bumper. Never thinks. Doesn't go back in and say, okay, do I got my keys? I got my jacket. Did I lock that? Did I do this? No checklist with him. Just drives off like, fuck it. No concept of that at all. Getting better at it. We looked for those keys for a few hours. Finally, Gen X mom actually figured out where the keys were. Remember, sometimes you pass areas where they have those gang mailboxes? And where we used to live was in a real tiny neighborhood. She goes, whenever someone would lose keys or leave keys or drop mail or drop a wallet, people would just take it and set it up on the mailbox. Maybe not the wallet, but all the other stuff. So we drove back to that location, and there was 2 mailboxes in that area. Sure enough, the set of keys was on one of it. Someone had found it in the road, fell off the bumper, but lots of people had driven over it. So we lost 2 keys. One of them goes to Dr. Shadowlight's lock on his trailer. He's asking for that key back to the lock on his trailer. He's got the trailer back. I can't find the key. I'm pretty sure it was in where Briggs lost it during that mess. We got the other things that I didn't give back to him. We're going to send those to him. But we did find the key set. Someone found it in the road, put it on top of the mailbox. Gen X mom found that one, but there was still a couple things missing. Brent went fishing, set 5 Gen X Talks memberships. YouTube, Sean Kaufman, please mention me and, whoa, my screen just jumped. Hang on. Sean Kaufman, please mention me and my wife. We just had a house fire, and then my dad dies. Please tell me he did. Sean, please tell me he didn't pass away in that fire. That's just, man, you guys, I don't know if you know Sean, but that man in the past 18 months has gone through some shit, I tell you. Sean, man, there's no words I can say that are going to make this any better for you. I wish there were, but please tell me that your pops didn't pass away in the fire. I mean, if a person's going to die peacefully in their bed, quietly, quickly is my preference. My God. Yeah, Sean, I would, if I was drinking tonight, I'd raise a glass to you, brother. I would. Spot and stock you, $9.99. Generally appreciate everything you do. But this goes to our queen. Spot and stock, another. My whole screen's turned yellow here because of Spot and stock with the fucking stuff for the queen. You guys pledging your allegiance to the queen just blows my mind. I tell you, I have to. I'm married to her. I have to. You guys don't have to. I'm stuck in this position. Why are you guys? You voluntarily doing this? God. What's wrong with you? All right, TS Times 16 T-Bone sent 5 Gen X Talks memberships. Thank you for doing that. Kristen Hartman, 5185. General, you have never seen anything like my... Whoa. Kristen Hartman. General, you have never seen anything like my Chewini. I have not seen your Chewini. And got to be honest with you, if you have a Chewini, I don't want to see it. You just keep that shit in your pants. Kristen Hartman, General, have you never seen anything like my Chewini? Everything is his toy, and he has even stolen the toys from the cats. Okay, so it's a dog. I went somewhere else with Chewini. When you said you want to see my Chewini, not so much. I got to be honest with you. I had a little problem with that. Chewini. I don't know what a Chewini is. What even is that? I'm assuming it's a wiener dog and something else. Shasta Williams, General, I watched one of your shorts from the beginning today, and you look so much thinner now compared to then. Looking good. Thank you, Shasta Williams. I appreciate you. Star Roberts sent another 5 memberships. You guys in YouTube are picking up the memberships, but a lot of these are unaffiliated. Star Roberts didn't say, like he should have, these are for the General. He didn't say that. He could have said that, but he didn't say that. Last few guys you donate, you're not earning points for your teams if you're doing it that way. All right. What else we here? Now that I can't read TikTok anymore, I guess I could just have to read. I'm going to have to read YouTube. General, that's a dog. Yeah, I'm figuring out it's a dog. I got that part. When it said the Chewini was stealing shit from the cat, I figured it was a dog. I didn't figure it was a raccoon. Tell me it's a dog. I figured out it's a dog. Come on. Whatever, you guys. All right. Sean Kaufman, thank you for the mentioning. Absolutely, sir. Been a while. Kevin Grimes, always talking to Vern. Yep. Automatically for the Queen, Papa Smurf Ron. What is that automatically for the Queen? Why do you always pick her over me? For no particular reason. I really thought we'd be going into some deep subjects here. I really thought you guys would have something interesting to say. On all the platforms, you don't have any questions for me, any comments about stuff. You guys you're mainly just talking to each other in there. I could probably just whistle a tune right now and you guys would be just as happy. Q-tip, $2 starting bids to get Loud One to join the team, General. Q-tip, why don't you just go handle that for us? Why don't you take him in the back room, shut the door, a few minutes later, come out, he's on Team General. Just go take care of this. Use your womanly charms. Get this shit done. Come on. Don't do fucking around with your donation shit. Just make it happen. Make it happen. All right. So there was, like I told you, there's some stuff that's been going on out here. We do have to head back to California. We got to head back down there and take care of some business stuff in the next 2 or 3 weeks. We got to make some arrangements. So we will try to go and handle our stuff in between shows. There's a few days off now with the new schedule. We can leave like on a Sunday morning and come back like on a Wednesday, and I could still be in time for the show, for the Off the Record show. Which, let me tell you, there's some off the record. If you guys don't know what that is, Off the Record is all about alien abductions and Bigfoot and ghost stories and anything creepy. You guys call in. You guys have the phone number. You got a shop phone number. You guys call in, and we put you on the air. We broadcast on KGXT Radio. We also do a simulcast on YouTube. It's audio only, but it's a lot of fun. Off the Record is probably just a little bit ahead of the Garage Show in viewers, increasing in viewers. Everybody keeps showing up for that. Now we've taken a couple weeks off here because of the holidays. We'll get back on track with the schedule. But Shiloh Ferguson has got some people lined up that I can't wait to talk to. They call in and they kind of take over the show. It's kind of an Art Bell type of feel. Remember George Norrie and Art Bell? Let people call in and just let them tell us their story. Let them describe to us what happened and why. And I push back, same way Art Bell did. I ask questions. I think of things. I mean, you got to push back a little bit. You can't just accept everything. But when you do push back and you ask some questions and they have answers for it, sometimes, I'll tell you, sometimes it just makes you shiver sitting here in the chair listening to people tell these stories. It's really something. So Off the Record is on 7 o'clock Los Angeles time every Wednesday. You should write that down. But again, it's all on the website. There's pictures and stories and stuff of what we're doing, and all the past episodes are there. Just go to genxtalks.com and look it up. And Off the Record is on Wednesdays. We should be able to make it down to the LA area and back, take care of what we need to, and get everything squared away. We got to pull back. I still got 3 cars down there in one of our buildings. I got to pull them back up here. At least I'll get one of them out of the way. You know what I should do? I should put one on the trailer, and I should make Gen X Mom drive the other one. We have one of our old cars. We used to have an old Yukon there. I think it'd make the trip. I think she could pay attention to that. The heater works. She'll be fine. Just put her ass in it and point her north and say, let's go. Of course, until we hit ice, she didn't like driving in the ice. Not even a little bit. She's going to have to get used to it, though. So we might do that. Might start bringing some of those cars back up here, handling the stuff we need to handle down there, and kind of get California locked in and behind us. You guys hear that about, I want to touch on a story. Everybody knows that Chevron's pulling out, Valero's pulling out, oil companies, and Phillips 66, I think, is the other one. I think there's 3 big oil manufacturers that are pulling out of California. And, of course, now California's going to have to start buying their oil from around the world. So I'm thinking costs are going to go up. Now, I lived in California for 30-some years, so I can speak fluently on how things go over there. I've been through a lot of governors. But something I learned today that I did not know, and there was 2 oil guys talking about this. You're not going to believe me when I tell you this. There is a pipeline that feeds between L.A. and San Francisco oil, and there's refineries that constantly pump oil through those pipes to get them to the refineries. The pumping stations pump them to the refineries. The refineries turn the oil into fuel. But I didn't know how critical it was that oil keeps flowing. And they were showing today, they were like, these guys who'd just been running these things for 40 years, they said, the oil that comes out of the ground in California is very thick, which I knew that because in Kern County, if you guys ever drive by where they're pumping oil out of the ground in California and you see the bright silver tubes, big silver tubes right alongside of it, you know what's in there? Steam. They actually have to heat the oil to make it thin enough to pump it out. In Kern County, that's a big thing. So they're then taking this thick oil through these big pipes all the way up and down California, and these guys are saying they barely can pump it right now. This guy's explanation through these 2, listen to this. He says, these big pipes going up and down California, the turbulence, the constant turbulence of the oil going through the pipe is what's allowing it to keep flowing. If it stops, it'll stiffen up, it'll thicken up, and they won't be able to get it going again. So the guy doing the interview says, well, if these companies leave, he goes, they're shutting it down. They're not going to pump oil anymore. And they can't pump it if they're like, well, we'll turn it off. And once we buy our oil from Saudi Arabia or wherever we're getting it, we'll pump it back all across the state and we'll get those refined. No. Refineries are shutting off. That pipeline is going to be probably what they say half filled. Once that oil stops moving, it'll thicken up. It doesn't get hard as a rock, but you can't pump it anymore. Can you imagine trying to heat up 1,000 miles of pipe to get the oil to thin out again? I don't know what's going to happen with that. It never even crossed my mind when they talked about these big companies leaving until I saw these old boys talking about it today. These guys are in their mid-60s. They've been working this pipeline their whole lives. They know all about it. And they're like, if it slows down anymore, it's going to thicken up and stop. And when these guys stop pumping through it, they're done. Can you guys even imagine that you can't even turn back on your resource? Even if a new governor came in and said, okay, well, we'll sign a contract, no regulations for 10 years. Everybody come back and pump your oil. Everybody come back and keep drilling. And let's say they did. Who's going to turn that pump? Who's going to fucking spend the money to turn that thing back on? I mean, my God, it's just this. I never even occurred to me how that thing. Look that thing up. That's a true story. All right, where am I at here? Oh, Spot and Stock is trying to explain himself. Spot and Stock is trying to explain why he is not Team General, why he is in the Queen's Court. He put it really simply. Put $4.99 up there, and he says, well, it's boobs before the general, plain and simple. I actually can't argue with that. I want to. I really want to argue with that, but there's nothing I can say. Tisk time, $10, loud one, join the Queen's Court. Okay, he's not joining the Queen's Court. Not going to happen, right? We're not doing that. He's going to join the General's Extras right where he's supposed to be. Enough of this nonsense. And, you know, Danny H., who's in charge of the Purple Twinkies, he's Loud One's friend. Danny H. is going to call him and go, come on, man, do Purple Twinkies. No, it won't matter. None of that's going to matter. He will join the general. That's where he's going to. That's where he belongs. That's where he feels comfortable. Let's admit it all. That's where home is. The General's Extras is where most of this is. Extras, Generation X, Common Sense, General X, General's Extras, Generation X. It all makes sense. Most of you belong there. Just join. Okay? There's no shame in it. No, none at all. You can do it. All right, what do we got? Something between the sheets. Going to go look. Boom, 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 boom. Loud one. I know my worth. I'm worth more than $2. Yeah, you're really not, loud one. You're not. That. You know, you topped out when Q-Tip dropped in $2 for you. You kind of reached your limit right there. Just make your choice right now. And we did that one. Queen's Court from T-Bone. $10. No. Chad Hoffman, Facebook Blue says, hydrate. Now, normally when I hydrate, Gen X Mom begins talking. That way there's no dead air. No Gen X Mom drinking. The only thing you're going to hear is the sound of me gulping. All right. Shouldn't even have gulped that loud. I felt like I was slopping it up. All right. Don't want to talk to you. Don't get dirty. No, 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 no. All right. Where are we at? Kevin Grimes, member for 3 years. General, would you consider moving back when Newsom gets put in prison? Newsom's not going to ever go to prison. They've already had auditors and everything talk about the mismanagement of the money. He's just going to say he didn't know. He's just going to say, that's what I hired people for. I hired people to do these jobs, and I hired auditors to look into it, and it looks okay. Everything was fine. It's not my fault. You know, I'm not a businessman. I'm a governor. I don't do numbers. I'm not an accountant. I'm a governor. He's not going to go to jail. He's not going to go to jail for anything. Ever, 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 ever. Governors have a lot of latitude on stuff. Unless he breaks federal law, and it can be proved that he did it, that he orchestrated it, he's not going to jail. But no, I didn't move out of California just because of the politics, just because of the regulations or the high prices. I wanted to change a pace. We raised our family in the rural Central Valley. You know, we spent 20-some years there. We raised a family of 8 kids, 4 boys and 4 girls. That was our last batch of 8 after I raised 32 kids total. And we're done. We brought Briggs with us up here. We just wanted to change a pace. Really, if you guys want to know the truth, my wife sold me on the fact that life would be simpler around her brother. Bima, my mother-in-law, I loved her to death. You know, she passed away a couple years ago. And that was it. There was no more family on her side or my side in the San Fernando Valley, which is where we grew up. My family, I counted one time, my family and extended family, we had 60 houses in a pretty small area. I mean, our whole family grew up, and her family was the same way, grew up in the San Fernando Valley, knew every street, every corner, knew the whole thing. But there's nobody left. Nobody. No, I don't think there's one family member of mine that owns or rents an apartment even anywhere in the San Fernando Valley. Our family's done. So we left, and she told me that we should move up here next to her older brother because it's family and things would be easier. Nothing's been easy. Nothing's been easy up here. Sun Valley Fox told me you should move up here. There's no snow. They got snow markers 7 feet high out right now. 7 feet high so they can see where the curbs are. Her brother, the Sun Valley Fox, said, hey, you should move out here. It's a calm, nice, peaceful place. There has been wind. There has been wind so violent. I looked out my window from the studio the other day, and I saw an old lady on a bicycle floating by about 12 feet off the ground with a big basket on there, and she says, what are you looking at? I swear to God. That's the wind. Some of the places out here, the trees are just all like this because they know which way the wind's blowing. I keep telling the trees, if you turn around the other way and the wind blows, it'll straighten you guys out. But they don't listen because I'm from California. The only thing that has gone my way up here, and as most of you know this, is that I went in to get my driver's license. My Gen X mom and I both did. And she surrendered her California license, and they gave her her Nevada license. So as of that moment, she had her Nevada license one day. They went to do the same for me, and they couldn't figure it out. They got a supervisor at DMV that says, we can't get this right. Turns out, back when I lived in Las Vegas in the early 90s, my license was still valid. No, they checked. No wants, no warrants. I was good. So technically, as of the moment I got my license, I can say, and I have said many times, they said, well, how long you lived in Nevada? I say, well, I got my first license in 1992 or 93. My first license, yeah. So, oh, you've been in the state of Nevada 30 years. Well, apparently so. That's the only thing that's gone my way is that I had a little vindication there because I came to Nevada, planted that seed 30 years ago. I'm reaping the benefits of it now because when you get pulled over, like, oh, a valid license since the early 90s. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I'm a Nevadan through and through. Don't ask about the Dodger hat. But other than that, well, it's true in Nevada. There's no sports team, no baseball team yet. A's aren't here yet. So you had to root for somebody. All right. So Kevin Grimes, would I consider moving back? I didn't move out because of Newsom. I'm not moving back because of Newsom. That's not why I'm here. I'm here to get the shit kicked out of me by my wife's brother, and I don't think he's done, so I'm not leaving. Star Robbers General, no matter how much of that smart water you drink, you will never outwit the queen. Isn't that for damn sure? That's for damn sure. And the smart water, I want to tell you right now, I think all of us should sue for false advertising. All right? That's what I thought. I thought we should all sue for false advertising because this didn't make any of us smarter. So I called the company. I called them up, and where are they headquartered? Because I wrote down on here. It's on the bottle on here somewhere. I don't know where it was. Anyway, their 800 number, I called them, sat on the phone for like 4 hours, got a hold of their attorney, said, hey, I'm going to file a class action lawsuit against you. And the attorney said, why? I said, well, because your smart water ain't making me smarter. In fact, I got 1,000 people together, not making any one of us smarter. So it's going to be a class action lawsuit. The attorney had an answer. I don't think I'm the first person to call. I don't think I'm the first person to threaten a lawsuit about smart water not making people smart. The attorney said, look, bud, it's smart water. It's not making you smarter. The water is smart. That is the smartest water you can buy. Now, I had to think about that for a minute. I said, never really considered that I was drinking smart water. I assumed this was going to make me smarter, but in fairness, it doesn't say makes people smarter. No. It just says smart water, so apparently I'm just drinking the smartest water possible. The attorney was right. I was wrong. We dropped our class action lawsuit, and I went on with my life. And here I am talking to you fine folks. Chad Hoffman on Facebook Blue. What about the Somali non-daycare? Yeah. You like how the government's closing in, they're investigating all of them, and they're like, oh, do you see that guy that got out there? He says, funny thing happened. They broke in through the brick wall in the back, and they broke into our daycare last night. And everybody says, okay, what'd they steal? You know, the only thing they stole was all the files of all the children. They stole all the files. You know, the very thing that we needed to prove our innocence, they stole it. Can you believe that? And the journalist goes, well, I can believe you're full of shit. I can smell bullshit from a mile away. And the guy was complaining about how rough it is being Somali. And some of the people online figured out the glasses he were wearing were $3,000 glasses. Like you can buy them on sale for $2,600. This fucking guy shows up with his gold watches, his $3,000 glasses, and his $90,000 car. He's like, oh, poor Somalis, poor us. We got broken into. The evidence to prove that we were right was stolen last night. That's all they took. All right, we're out. Have a nice day. I don't know. I mean, you got to think that they can't think we're that dumb. Johnny O on Facebook Blue. General, how are your birds? Johnny, I wouldn't know. You see, I don't watch birds. The birds during the day come to the window and they watch the general. Oh, we set up a little viewing area. There's perches out there now. There's things they can sit and we provide snacks. Yeah. But the birds come and watch me. He said, Johnny, you need to be asking the birds how I am. Don't ask me how the birds are. I don't know. I'm not a bird guy. But they're a people person. Those birds out there, they're people. People, birds, people, bird, people, bird. Hey, they dig watching me. I don't care. That's now you know what I know. All right. Jonathan Robert King. Oh, that's a mouthful. Jonathan Robert King. That's actually the name of Kings. What do you mean, Jonathan Robert King? The third, if you please. Facebook Blue. Fill the smart water bottle with vodka. You'll outsmart everyone. Jonathan Robert King, who says I already didn't. Oops. YouTube, Brittany Armstrong. YouTube, Brittany Armstrong. She says, drinking Red Bull doesn't give you wings. No, it doesn't. Smart water won't make me smart, and Red Bull won't give me wings. I'm not even sure if Red Bull gives the bull wings. I think that's bullshit. Unless the bull is red, and then Red Bull would give the Red Bull red wings. Doesn't that make sense? Good. Glad you're all coming along with me on that one. All right, I think I got through the sheets on there. Where are we at here? One more scroll through here. Kristen Hartman says, General, I saw that too. The hypocrisy and entitlement is unbelievable. Hillary gave them lessons. Yes, she just forgot the bleach, says the dude. Tara Green. Tara Green. Love listening. Sure wish some of the dad would rub off on the kid. Drives me crazy at times. He's a cool kid and we love him, but he's a dingleberry, that's for sure. Okay, listen, there's a few more in here from Drop Up, Kristen Hartman, Thorny Carrot. Thorny Carrot? Really? How would you come Thorny Carrot? I don't even know. Do you have a bad experience as a kid one time or something? What the fuck is Thorny Carrot? And when YouTube says, hey, what name would you like to use? What screen name would you like to go by? How would you like everyone to see you in the world? You wrote Thorny Carrot. You thought that was what you should put. I tell you, I don't know what's going on around here. All right. I think we're good. The light is green. The light is green. The sheets are clean. The trap is green. It's time to go. You guys are all still commenting on all that stuff from the TV show and the news articles and stuff. I get you. And I think that's it. Firewoo Dart, he's no longer slumming over there on TikTok. Wife has been in childcare for 25 years. Had two guys to work in her center in a wild time, but every one of them people are men. I don't know if I'm drinking too much or Firewoo Dart's not drinking enough, but it's not making sense what he's writing. Listen, I do got to go. I got to get out of here. It's time for me to run amok. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening. I tried to go old school with you guys. You guys realize for the first 40 minutes, all you guys did was talk amongst yourselves? 40 minutes. I'm like, I'll answer your questions. We'll talk about stuff. 40 fucking minutes. And you guys didn't do shit. You guys were just talking. Why don't I just turn this on and I'll start doing needlepoint. I'll just look up every now and then and go, uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good comment there. Mm-hmm. Because you guys talk amongst yourselves, other than TikTok, which got me banned for whatever reason, I don't know. All right, last one is Jeremy B82 says Team Queens Court. Before we end the show, you guys got to remember teams are coming for the next 6 months. It's going to get hot and heavy. It's going to be a thing. You got to be prepared for it. Listen, I do got to get out of here. I don't feel well. Gen X Mom is coming up on the mend. Briggs is about 80% back from this flu fever thing he's had for 2 days. Gen X Mom's about 25% back. Maybe she'll be good tomorrow. I don't know. But I feel that it's coming down on me. I feel all the symptoms they've been fighting are hitting me right now. But I still showed up. I still made it an hour. Appreciate you guys. That's why I was here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Not sure where you're listening in from around the planet, AM, FM, Sirius XM, or perhaps you tuned in on the Armed Service Radio Network. Remember two things in life. Number one, wherever you go, there you are. And number two, I'll catch you guys on the flip side because I'm out, baby. I got to go.